One, two, three, four. Connect. Check. 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 One, two, three, four. 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 One, two, three. One, one, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, one, two, three, four. One, two, three. One, two, three, four. Okay, guys. Let's start out today video. Debanking crypto and Jeremy Powell's head of Fed's testifying in front of Congress in the past couple of days. Let's break it down a bit. The truth about Powell's crypto testimony and the Congress war on banking access. That's the name for the video today. In today's video, I'm going to cover latest crypto news analysis together with the reflection on current price action. Um, is the US government secretly shutting down crypto banking, or is this just another regulatory shakeup? Federal Reserve Chair Jeremy Powell just testified before Congress addressing major concerns about crypto debanking, stablecoins, and interest rates. Plus, lawmakers are investigating whether banks have been forced to cut off crypto firms. In today's video, I'll break it everything down for you. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any major crypto updates from us. So let's start with a brief introduction to Paul's testimony. Um, this was a major moment because it gave us insight into how the Federal Reserve view cryptocurrency and banking access. The key topics covered. Powell acknowledged concerns about crypto debanking. He clarified the Fed's stance on stablecoins and CBDC, as well as he addressed interest rate policy and how they would impact crypto markets as a whole. But before we dive into those, let's talk about the biggest controversy, which is debanking. The hearing on debanking actually held last week. Um, Many crypto firms claim that they had been unfairly cut off from banking services. But why that happened, and is that really happening, and what's the um, significance and how often that happens? What we know, Paul confirmed that banks can serve crypto businesses if they manage risk. But there are reports that dozens of banks have dropped crypto firms in the recent months. For example, Anchorage Digital CEO testified that his company faced account closures and was rejected by astonishing 40 banks. 40 banks, that's crazy. Lawmakers have started investigating whether regulators pressured banks to cut off firms. This has sparked fears of something called Operation Choke Point 2.0, an alleged government effort to strangle crypto by restricting access to the banking system. What do you guys think? Are crypto firms being unfairly targeted? Please drop a comment below. Powell stamps on stablecoins and CBDC. Now let's talk a bit about stablecoins and central digital currencies (CBDC) because Paul had some big statements on this. So as far as stablecoins goes, Paul supports well-regulated stablecoins, saying they have a place in the financial system. He agrees they must be properly backed and regulated for stability. In terms of CBDC, Powell shut down rumors of a Federal Reserve digital dollar. He said CBDC is not on the table for his tenor, which is a pretty strong statement. Uh, Overall, this is a great news for decentralized finance because many feared CBDC could replace stablecoins. So for now, it looks like Fed is staying out of launching a digital dollar, but expect more stablecoin regulation in the near future, which shall be interpreted positively for the market, especially if balanced and thought through. Interest rate and crypto market reaction. Of course, we can't talk about Powell without mentioning interest rates. This is huge for Bitcoin and the entire market. Powell key statements on interest rates are no immediate rate cuts are expected. He's taking a wait and see approach. Inflation is near the Fed's 2% target, even though with data published today, we see that it's like not as good as expected, but um, still within the reasonable deviations. Crypto markets reacted calm to his testimony to his testimony in general, and in particular to its part on the rates outlook, and not been cut, and no forecast of no short-term forecast for the rate cuts. Basically, Powell is playing safe, no drastic changes, but also no guarantees. Overall, his regular, normal tone of speech. This means crypto will remain sensitive to economic data and future Fed decisions. So what's next? Congress investigates crypto banking. Meanwhile, Congress is not taking a is now taking a closer look at whether regulators pursued banks to debank crypto firms. What's happening? Senate Banking Committee and House Financial Services Committee held hearings on crypto debanking last week, as I previously mentioned in the beginning of the video. Some lawmakers claim banks were pressured to drop crypto clients. Others argue banks chose to do it themselves due to risk concerns. Coinbase and industry leaders are calling for clear regulatory guidelines to fix that. This is the big question is, will this lead to a fairer banking access for crypto, or is this just a political theater? We'll have to wait and see. Do you think crypto firms been unfairly targeted? Let me know in comments, please. Okay, so the final conclusions and thoughts for today are as following. Powell is trying to take a balanced approach, acknowledging crypto role in the financial system while pushing for strict regulation. Meanwhile, Congress is divided on whether crypto firms have been unfairly cut off banking services. This will be critical battle in the coming months. And several final takeaways, just briefly. Powell says banks can serve crypto firms, but this issue isn't fully resolved. But overall, pretty bullish news. Stablecoins get a green light, but regulations are to come, which is also, I believe, is a pretty bullish news. CBDC are off the table for now, which is great for DeFi. Interest rate to stay steady, keeping markets volatility calm. So it looks like it's kind of priced in already in the current price action, so the markets don't really move on those statements. Congress is investigating debanking. Expect more updates soon. Positive outcomes would be definitely very bullish for the market. So we'll continue to look closely on the debanking investigation development. Um, and now let's do a short look um, into the price action. Just a brief touch on it because I do see some interesting developments. I actually believe that price action is slowly changing. Bitcoin still remains in that crazy price range, which it was already in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Minimum volatility on the Bitcoin, minimum price action on Bitcoin. Uh, but that's a very I read it as a very strong consolidation sign, very strong consolidation sign. So any positive developments any moment could break it back to upside to 100, to above 100, into 108, 1012, and all time new all time highs. um Meanwhile, Ichimoku Cloud indicator still remains bearish, as well as an entry indicator. You could see that my trend line also haven't been broken yet, so uh, no entries on Bitcoin from my point of view, from my analysis at this stage. Um, on the other hand, if we look at the Lux Algo, BTC uh, long still remains in, which is a strong buy signal, which was taken at around 1,000, 100,000 to 104. It was taken around that range. So that trade is still in, and it's actually a bit below entry. So um, I wouldn't, I would not say not to consider entry, but to play conservative. I would wait for that line to be clearly broken, and that could happen today because that's pretty aggressive trend line that I drew. Uh, that is pretty aggressive trend line. We broke down that structure, but I mean, we rebounds pretty strongly of those supports. Um, so to play safe, I would wait for the trend breakdown and perhaps that trend line retest, but it might just go straight up. Like for example, like it went here, but with continuation, since we see that that formation, that triangle formation that we have drawn by Lex Alga, um, is pretty exhausted. So it might just uh, stop that shake, and this level been tested already. The 108 level been tested already uh, twice, seriously. Like here with like a lot of pressure, with like 4 days in a row hitting it. So um, I have uh, reasonable expectations that it might go just straight up to 112, let's say, to the top of the premium zone, and then correct a bit back to that, back to below premium, back to that zone where we're trading right now. So BTC overall very strong, um, and continue to closely monitor it. We'll keep you posted on what I see. But again, as I pointed out earlier, um, where we're like we're in a very strong consolidation phase, so it could end any time. Negative development could break it to the downside and cause the correction to 86, 89 zone. Uh, but from the price action I'm looking at right now, I don't expect that to happen. I think the probability of breakout to new all-time high in 112 zone is pretty high, but that might take several. That might take uh, several weeks, let's say. So somewhere throughout February, beginning of March, we could expect to see new all-time highs. Ethereum finally showing the signs of the recovery. Remember that that's the first trend line that I was looking at. It was actually broken by the yesterday price action with a close above. And now we have a candle here. Let's see. Let's see. But finally, some signs of life from Ethereum. Still not opening any positions. We're basically just rebouncing of the lower end of linear regression. We still have that other line that we want to take out. Uh, all the Ichimoku's indicators still remain bearish. We see that oscillator been turning um, out from the oversold zone. MACD is about to cross, and the WASM is also improving. So um, I expect everything to be in place by the time we achieve that trend line. So let's continue monitoring it. It's definitely too early to make any judgments, but definitely some apparent signs of life. The other instrument that I want to talk about today, the another coin that I would like to mention today, is BNB. BNB is actually significantly outperforming the rest of the market, even the BTC itself. Um, we could see uh, we could see that the price action in the past couple of days was much stronger. Very strong price action during today's session, and already pretty strong opening today. So we broke out from the channel, from the downtrend line pretty nicely with a closing above and continuation. We see that both forward-looking cloud and trading signal itself inside of Ichimoku crossed into the bearish zone. Very nice, very strong movement on the Ichimoku oscillator. MACD is bullish, but still below zero, and the WASM is also moving into the positive zone. So overall, very interesting, very strong move um, on the um, on the BNB. Um, but but there is always a but, and linear regression channel uh, hitting the middle line. So about to cross the middle line. The but is that it's all-time high. We're trading at all-time high, about to break out, about to go into price discovery. Personally, not my favorite trade, um, but um, if you're considering opening new position, not financial advice, but BNB is definitely something that you should look closer at. Perhaps wait for the retest of that trend line, which might happen and or might not happen because the movement is pretty strong, and I see the continuation formation here. Also, I didn't point that out, but on the Laxalga side of things, we had a signal. We have like not as strong, but we had a buy signal on 8th of February, which is like 4 days ago, and it was growing since then. And actually, like the first uh, take profit target is already occurring. So again, the purchase was around 580, 580, 600. So I would wait. I wouldn't rush into buying it right now because it does seem like it's a bit overpriced already. So it seems like it well, like this one we missed. Like it already ran away from And another thing that I want to emphasize that on that amazing strategy that I shared with you yesterday, um, we actually have. Let's see if something changes. Yeah, you see that strategy also missed that move up, so it also doesn't have an open position. So um, I like BNB. I like BNB. Good outlook. Add to your watch list. Do your own due diligence, do your own research, but definitely looks pretty strong to me. Let's stop on the XRP on Solana really fast, since you know that I'm looking closely at Solana. Still not opening any position um, because the trend line is not broken, first of all, and most of all, and the second thing that none of the indicators show the entry, so all the indicators remaining pretty weak, even though I believe the below 200 is very interesting zone. Basically, um, draw it, draw it. So basically 170, 180 zone is an interesting buy zone. Again, my risk management tells me not to try to catch the bottoms and wait for the confirmations. I see pretty strong accumulation here. I see the attempts to break the trend line and to retest it. So I'll just continue to wait for that consolidation to resolve, and then either buy it at discount here if it goes down and rebounds, or buy it around here while it's retesting the zone and getting out of it. So I still hope that I'm not going to miss that opportunity. I'm closely monitoring it and will keep you posted on this one as well. In terms of Laxalgo, also no entry on Solana on neither model. So I feel pretty comfortable with staying with my decision since it's confirmed by both Laxalga models as well. Um, there was some other pretty good movers. Uh, Finally, we have some movement in AI agents, and we see some signs of awakening. Something that, again, like kind of raised my attention, and we looked at it a couple videos ago, is Nexa, one of the smaller plays on our watch list. Still a lot of uh, upside potential to previous highs, um, and pretty strong consolidation. And again, very resilient, very good reaction to that recent correction. All indicators remain strong. Why it crossed my attention today is that both Ichimoku clouds are in the entry zone, and uh, the trend is broken to the upside. The downtrend is broken to an upside with a close above. Ichimoku oscillator is crossing into the buy zone. MACD about to cross, away some about to cross. So next also looks comparatively strong to the rest of the market. As for the rest of the market, I did see a good rebounds today, so tomorrow, and we'll keep you posted. Last thing that I wanted to share with you today is Lux Alga screeners. Um, I'm not going to go too deep into them. I'm just going to show you uh, how they help me to evaluate overall market condition. And like basically on one page here, you see like 10 symbols. Like you can't do more than that. It's like limited to 10, but you could modify them. You could put different ones that you're looking at on the top of your watch list, and basically modify them as you go. I have the standard list for all of them because it helps me to like consistently look at the same symbols and not like just jump around. And I do modify it from time to time. So what we see here basically is that everything is mostly remains bearish. Here we have like BTC and XRP in a bullish rating. But here it's only bearish and couple natural and like uni strong bearish. And here we only have one positive signal on BTC. So most of the market still remains in the bearish zone. This indicates HVO signal. I'm still like learning all those different signals and how to interpret them and use them, but most likely it's one of the early signals that shows potential change of direction and reverse of trend to upside. Um, but other than that, the market remains pretty negative. Um, most of the indicators are bearish, um, and that kind of confirms my market outlook. So I basically use that to as a confirmation of my feeling and as a overall indication of what's going on with the market. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully, it was useful. Hopefully, you liked it. Like, uh, subscribe, post, repost, share with your fellow investors. And I'll see you soon. Bye.